Okay, hi everyone. My name is Junder. I'm from App Annie. Very happy to be here again to share with all of you guys the data that we see in Southeast Asia and also all across the world in terms of gaming trends. Okay, so we have around 20 minutes today. We're going to do a very quick introduction of our company. Then we're going to show you some worldwide data. Okay, and in the middle we also have some little surprises. Okay, so App Annie, we started actually around 5 years ago. We started in Beijing, China, but today we are a global company. We are headquartered in San Francisco, 12 offices worldwide. We also just opened Singapore office to support Southeast Asia and Australia, New Zealand, and also we are also starting to hire in India. So we are also funded by the biggest VCs in internet space. Okay, and the best companies, biggest companies everywhere in every vertical, every region use us. And today we provide a mix of free products, analytics, advertising, and store stats, as well as our premium intelligence. Just briefly go over this. Analytics helps you track your downloads and revenues across all your apps on iOS and Google Play. This is free, and this is no SDK required. Same for advertising. We track all your advertising spend and revenue across the biggest platforms like Facebook, Google, AdMob, Chartboost, and more than 40 networks today. And again, no SDK and free. Store stats is what you look at to check the ranks of every app in every country, historically from 2010 to today. Intelligence is we are able to provide the most accurate estimates for downloads and revenues for every app, publisher, country, category. And recently we've expanded this much more beyond downloads and revenues. We can also provide demographics. Who's using your apps, not just your apps, but your competitors' apps, male, female, what age segment, and so on. And we also provide usage data, weekly active, session time, and so on. Okay, moving on. So now let's look at some worldwide trends and Southeast Asia trends. Okay, so this is worldwide gaming market by revenue. You see iOS, you see Google Play, both are growing. And then also you see handheld consoles. Console data is provided by IDC. And then, so it has been declining, but since the mobile gaming has been climbing and also a lot of console stuff moving to the cloud as well, it's also starting to grow. So console is not exactly dying. People still playing Xbox, still playing PSP at home. Yeah. Okay, so skip this one. Quiz. If you have been reading our blog, then this will help you. So we have some prizes to give away. What prizes do we have? We have 5 Store Stats Pro coupons. Store Stats Pro is a small preview of our premium product. So this is sold on our website, but today we are giving 5 coupons, okay? So first question, which is the #2 country in the world by worldwide games downloads on iOS plus Google Play? Note that this is plus Google Play, not Android. So China Android channels, the third-party ones, we don't count them here. In the month of March 2015, which is #2 country. We'll take any raised hands. Okay, so I think that gentleman first. Okay, next person. Not correct, sorry. This gentleman. B, okay, also wrong. Next one. Okay, sorry, let's do one again. My colleagues help me watch who put up the hand first. We have 2 colleagues there. So if you win, you give her your business card later, and then we'll send the coupon to you, okay? I'll call 1, 2, 3, and then we'll see who raised up the hand first. Help me take a look, okay? 1, 2, 3. No, because China does not run Google Play. If we count the Android channels, yes. No, and if we count Android channels, China will be #1.
2 more, guys. We can do this.
You have 2 choices left. 50-50? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, last chance. That's why you need app data. No one knows. 1, 2, 3. All right, Jacob. Poker Play can maybe donate this. You guys have a lot of money. Okay, but you get. Okay, second question. We have 5 questions today, okay? Which Southeast Asian country is amongst the top 10 worldwide countries by downloads? by game downloads. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wrong. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No, they have a lot of downloads, but a lot of downloads are not games. 1, 2, 3. Don't say Singapore. Okay, you're right. Okay, so we have 2 winners so far. 3 more questions later. Okay, so this is the top 10 countries in the world by game downloads. On the left, you see Google Play downloads. On the right, you see iOS downloads. Okay, China, if you add Android, it will be number 1, but it's not Google Play. Here, we only track Google Play. But we would have the Android channels in China by end of year. Okay, so first thing you see is that in the top 10 countries, there are not a lot of Western big developed countries, Western Europe, US, and so on. There's a lot of fast developing countries, Thailand, India, Turkey, Mexico, Russia, Brazil, and so on. So this is, mobile is opening up the game market to everyone in the world. You can have $100 phones, people are enjoying the same games as people in the US. Okay, and the second thing is that just US and China alone, you are driving 40% of iOS game downloads. Okay, and recently we also released this stat on our blog in a big report that China iOS downloads have exceeded US app downloads. So China is now the biggest market for iOS users. How about revenue? So revenue, games revenue, Japan is number 1, not US, but they are very close. Okay, and then China, just based on iOS revenue, is number 3 in the world, not adding any Google Play at all. So China iOS is bigger than Korea iOS plus Google Play. Okay, so people extrapolate. Sometimes they say China revenue is Android revenue is at least 3x of iOS. So it's going to be very close between China, Japan, and US. Yeah. And another thing to note is if you see, for the rest of the regions, Germany is also growing very fast, and then Taiwan also growing very fast. And actually, Taiwan and Hong Kong and a bit of Malaysia are what some people call traditional Chinese markets. And these 3 markets, if you add together, are also very big. If you add together, they are bigger than the UK, and they have less population than the UK. Okay. Next, we look at how countries, not just where countries are today, because you also want to know if they are growing. Like Korea is very big, but Korea is not growing because smartphone is already saturated. Everyone has a smartphone and limited population size. It cannot grow anymore. So let's look at how our markets have been growing on iOS. Not too much growth. Except for the biggest, the huge countries and countries that are developing a bit more. So yeah, this is what it looks like on iOS. How they've grown over 1 year. Okay, next we look at Google Play. How has Google Play countries grown for games market? So Brazil has grown, Russia actually also has grown, but not as fast as Brazil. And then you see also Thailand, Indonesia, India in the top 10 game markets downloads. And why is this, I think, significant? Because just now what I said, you see a lot of downloads and users on Google Play because Android is an open platform. A lot of manufacturers have cheap phones. People can enjoy games. And I think as soon as these markets have carrier billing with Google Play, I think it would open up the market a lot. I think Thailand already has AIS on board as well. So this is definitely going to help a lot of the growth. And in terms of revenue, you can see what I mentioned just now, Hong Kong, Taiwan, if you add up revenue, is actually very, very significant. Yep. Okay. Next, we look at subcategories. Because games, there's puzzle, casual, arcade, and so on. What kind of categories should you go for? So we look at the biggest subcategories worldwide. So, question. Which subcategory on iOS, not Google Play, iOS only, has the largest worldwide revenues? Total revenues. Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3 again. 1, 2, 3. No. Puzzle probably has high ARPU, but we're looking at total biggest revenue. Okay, 1, 2, 3. No. So you guys need market data. 1, 2, 3. Same thing, high ARPU but not the biggest, but close. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. So Action does not have super high ARPU, but Action has the biggest downloads. And with a moderate size ARPU, this results in the biggest revenue subcategory. Okay? And then followed by role-playing. See, role-playing's highest revenue is not even in the top 5 by downloads. So it has very high ARPU. By the way, these slides, we can send it to you. Just exchange business cards later. How about on Google Play? No quiz yet, Google Play. So it's casual games top for downloads, followed by arcade, and for revenues is RPG. Okay, next. We look at App and Index. So this is something that we publish on our website every single month. We show you the top games worldwide, top non-games worldwide, top game publishers worldwide, and so on. Okay? So here you're looking at our data for March. Left side is by downloads, right side is by revenues. So of course you see all the casual games here. Okay? And I think some of you are here as well. Matt is here, right? For Crossy Road? All right, that's him. So you guys can grab him later. Anyone else here today? Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is top games by iOS Google Play. Next, we look at top publishers worldwide. So actually, Gameloft has a lot of apps, a lot of big IPs that's helping them a lot. And for the right side, you see revenue. Supercell and King are making revenues worldwide, but if you look at the rest, a lot of them are making money either heavily in Japan, China, or Korea. So there's huge potential for them if they really start to make their market more global. And Tencent here is only based on iOS revenue. If you add their Android, they will be much higher as well. Okay. So next we look at highest revenue games in Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia, we're taking a look because only at 6 countries, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, yes. Okay, so number 2. Number 1 is easy to guess, right? Let's go for number 2, okay? 1, 2, 3. Wow, very good. First guess. That's very cool. Okay, so how many more questions do we have? Okay, I think 1 or 2 more. One more. Okay, so these are the top games in Southeast Asia by downloads and by revenues. And most of them you can see, I was talking to some other companies just now, they said, oh, we want to focus on Thailand. I told them that the top games in Southeast Asia, they make money generally across Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore. No top game makes money in only one country. So Southeast Asia is not as fragmented as you think. Okay? And for heavy games, you need some localization. For casual games, you don't. Okay, number 8. This Cash King Islands has been renamed to Pirate Kings. I think everyone gets a lot of notifications from this game. Yeah. Okay, so, and these are the top publishers in Southeast Asia who make most money in Southeast Asia. So you might not have seen some of the games in the previous slide, but add up all the revenues, you can actually see them here. Yeah. I think we have the last question. Okay. Okay, no. Before that, okay, usage. This is our new product. We also can look at top games, top publishers by weekly active users, by usage penetration, by session time, by number of sessions per week, and so on. So now we look at top games in Singapore. We just showed you previous Singapore and Malaysia data. So this is usage penetration on iPhone and Android in Singapore. So some games you don't see downloads anymore, but people are still playing them, like 2048. Okay, and just a brief preview on Malaysia. Malaysia Android is much bigger than iOS, so we do Android only. Okay, I think last one, and then we will go to simple Q&A. Okay, top publishers from Southeast Asia. Okay, we try our best to map out who belongs to which country and so on, and then we come up with a ranking. Okay. So which is the top company in Southeast Asia for March 2015 by revenue? Okay? 1, 2, 3. I just put your name there because I'm good friends. But, but wrong answer. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Also not correct, but close. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. So this is just particular month. Some other months, some companies might be bigger. Okay. So this is the ranking that we have for Southeast Asian publishers, downloads, and revenues. I think Kira Games is also at the conference. Not sure if they're here. Happy Labs is also here. Yeah. GameView, I know they are here. Garina, I think someone is here. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for what we've prepared. I think if we have some time, we can take questions.